What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Bytecoin Guru. If you guys have been following this channel, you guys already know how I feel about knowledge and my true belief that knowledge is power. This is one of the sole reasons why Bytecoin Guru came into existence. I want to make you guys as powerful as possible. I feel euphoria when I ride the wave of innovation, and I'm at the cusp. I'm at the lip of the wave, the top of the wave, the very top, and I get to ride and witness this as it happens. You guys should be excited out of your minds. The fact that you can purchase your favorite coins for 80% off is extraordinary. I'm loving it. Anyways, you guys are the best. I get super excited when I talk about this. You guys should talk to, like, if you see me in person, oh my goodness. Anyways, so today's video is solely dedicated to sharing some of the information that I found online that everybody should take with a grain of salt, but absolutely 1000% consider. It includes an article. I want to show you 120 seconds worth of a clip that is worth billions of dollars, in my opinion, and you should definitely watch the full YouTube video. I will link everything in the description below. Make sure you go through it and watch everything that was said. And there's also another source of information that I truly find reliable and I have truly benefited out of, and you can definitely do some research on. So before we start, I want to tell you how eager I am to see Bytecoin succeed. This is financial freedom at its finest. And a way that I found that it could help is literally tagging Bittrex in a tweet of their own tweet from back in 2014, asking us if Bytecoin is worth adding. Do you want to ask again? Because I can answer again and again and again and again. I still don't know why Monero is listed, XMR, and Bytecoin isn't. Regardless, the father of all anonymous cryptocurrencies, all true anonymous cryptocurrencies, is not listed on one of the most popular world crypto exchanges. Do you know what will happen to Bytecoin if it ever got listed on Bittrex? And I shouldn't say if ever. I'm talking about within the next 365 days. I definitely foreshadow some sort of move on Bittrex's part, because they will be losing a lot of money out of volume when you have the world's first anonymous and untraceable cryptocurrency announce its smart contracts development, has its hard fork, which completely solidifies most of the things that people were skeptical about as far as solidity of the software, which Bytecoin has had over, I think, 23 updates in the last 300 days or something. It was I have to look at the tweet. They tweeted it out, and it's amazing. Do you see that type of thing with Bitcoin? To make any changes in the Bitcoin software, you need to go through so many different people. Bytecoin development team is on point, and they are involved, and they have Ask Me Anything events, and they're involved on Twitter, and they're involved in Telegram, and they listen to us, and they're constantly working. And I'm constantly working to delivering the message about the world's first anonymous and untraceable cryptocurrency. So please, my dear friends, if you have the chance, if you have Twitter, do retweet this. I'm hoping to get 1,000 retweets. You know why? Because mathematically speaking, Bytecoin just got 1,000 times better, and this Bittrex tweet only had 200 retweets. So mathematically, 1,000,000,000 times better Bytecoin times 200 retweets. I think we can get 1,000 retweets. I want this to be the main notification the Bittrex employees get on their devices. Oh my god, these Bytecoin people with their Bytecoin project. Yes, please and thank you. I will share the link to this tweet because it will be monumental if we can get anything above what Bittrex themselves had. Okay? You guys are awesome. Now on to some other fantastic news. This is an article that I came across from CoinAlert. It came out about 2 months ago on June 23rd, 2018, posted by Shubham Dwivedi. Thank you so much, Shubham, for sharing this with us. The title is Privacy versus Transparency. U.S. Secret Service goes after Monero and Zcash. I will go quickly over this. Do take everything under consideration. I will mention a couple of things at the end, okay? The war on private coins is brewing at a very fast rate. This week, it was reported that a very high official within the United States Secret Services has requested the U.S. Congress to target privacy coins. These include coins such as Monero and Zcash, which provides privacy functions in transactions. These functions enable users to make the anonymous transaction. The thorny issue is their algorithm is so safe and secure that the law enforcement agencies are now struggling to deal with the repercussions, especially the ones in charge of monitoring the financial crimes. Europol has already warned that they are at a loss to track the anonymous transactions done by these coins. This already has raised red flags to many nation states. Countries such as Japan, where, mind you, crypto is legal, has asked their crypto exchanges to remove the privacy coins such as Zcash and Monero. Bitcoin is traceable. One of the prevalent misconceptions in the crypto community is that Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies cannot be tracked. This tantamount to an elaborate farce, which means this is almost equivalent to a joke, okay? Edward Snowden, in his interview a few months ago, busted this idea. He said that he was certain that the National Security Agency, the NSA, and other agencies have enough tools to track Bitcoin addresses on the web. These powerful analytics tools are with the law enforcement officers to trace blockchain data. So they're citing on the law enforcement. Of course, Bitcoin enthusiasts have employed means to counter this already. There are many tools such as tumblers and mixers which make it very complex to trace funds back to their source. This issue of privacy has separated these altcoins with the mainstream cryptocurrencies. P.S. Bytecoin is not an altcoin. The whole inception of Bitcoin movement rests on the premise of transparency and digital open ledger managed by people all around the world. The privacy was not the major concern, but the manipulation of money by the centralized institutions was. One can see that they were able to counter their chief concern in a fairly powerful manner, aka Bitcoin, but the privacy concern was left unaddressed, aka Bytecoin. Now, this is very important. You see how it says the privacy was not the major concern, manipulation of money by the centralized institution was. This is almost still mainly the argument for Bitcoin. Once people get on the digital cryptocurrencies, they will realize that they're traced. And where will they go, my friends? They will go to Bytecoin because it sounds like Bitcoin. in Bytecoin is absolutely anonymous. And you can still have your Bitcoin. Actually, it's ideal to have both. But since Bitcoin is has such low supply, it makes sense for the few governments to have the coins that are worth millions and millions of dollars, or fiat denominated currencies, and leave the privately oriented cryptocurrencies such as Bytecoin, the one that has 184 billion, enough to supply 7 billion people, is left for the people. And this is where the people will go. They're not going to go to Monero. Why will they go to Monero, something that is overpriced a gazillion times? By the way, I want you to go back to this tweet and make sure that you retweet this. It's important to get the message out. But take a look at this. Are you serious? Are you serious? I'm not gonna make any comment about this. I think this is hashtag common sense. So, having said that, let's go back to the article. Monero and Zcash solving the loophole. Enter Monero and Zcash. Their whole point was the necessity of privacy in transactions. They were not antithetical to the missions of the original movement. However, they were addressing a very interesting loophole, which was there. In doing so, they have carved a special niche in the crypto market. They addressed the privacy concern in a very genuine way. Monero employed obfuscation of senders and receivers' addresses by default using transactions. Zcash has employed shielded addresses, which keeps the transactions private. However, there is a shortcoming in the Zcash process. If they do transactions between shielded and unshielded addresses, over time it will become easy to trace the addresses. The privacy functions only work to its fullest if the transaction is between shielded addresses. Secret Service and privacy coins. The privacy coins have always spooked the law enforcement agencies. Now it looks like they're on the move. Robert Novi, Deputy Assistant Director of the Secret Service Office of Investigations, gave a prepared testimony to the House of Representatives Committee on Finance Subcommittee on Terrorism and Illicit Finance. This is so crazy sounding, so taboo, so like what? Look, man, people try to have transactions without you being in their business. People are going to do bad things, and yes, we should do the best to prevent it. Matter of fact, no, we should not do bad things to begin with. But things happen. I'm not going to list the bad things that the government has done by itself, but that is not to justify any bad action whatsoever. Regardless, criminals are going to find ways. Doesn't matter what it is. If it's a criminal can pick up a stick and use it maliciously. That doesn't mean we should ban sticks. Anyways, where was I at? Okay, he called on legislators to adopt measures to curb the use of privacy coins. So he called on legislators to adopt measures to curb the use of privacy coins. Let me repeat it again. He called on legislators to adopt measures to curb the use of privacy coins. So if you ever wonder why privacy coins are not doing as good as Bitcoin's public everything, maybe that's why. Maybe because they know that the real people that are really thinking with their heads. They're using the coins. They can be public and private at the same time, but private to begin with. Because you do know when when you're in the Bytecoin desktop wallet, you know you can choose your anonymity level, right? You know Bytecoin is an e-commerce coin, right? That can be used for businesses with their clients, which means disclosure of information needs to be there. So that means that even though Bytecoin is absolutely untraceable, anonymous, and private cryptocurrency by default, by its very basics, its algorithm, no extra features. This is it. You can choose how much of the information you want to disclose, to the point that you can even deal in e-commerce. I will never choose Bitcoin. I'm sorry. I will not even bother going through Bitcoin at all. If you ever see US dollar to Bytecoin, I'm sorry, I would have probably broken the website from all my buy orders, that you wouldn't even get the chance to buy it. Oh my goodness, I get so hyped up about this. It's ridiculous. He further said, we should also consider additional legislative or regulatory actions to address potential challenges related to anonymity enhanced cryptocurrencies. We're not talking about anonymity enhanced. We're talking about the very anonymity based cryptocurrency. Services intended to obscure transactions on the blockchain. Cryptocurrency tumblers and mixers. And cryptocurrency mining pools. I'm sorry, to be absolutely honest, I wouldn't care about my transactions and their privacy if I didn't have to worry about somebody looking into them. I'm sorry, I'm reacting to my surroundings. Novi has mentioned their utility to money launderers. Oh, have I mentioned that forks make people fat? We should make forks illegal, starting in America. However, he was very reticent to name these coins openly. He said, those that seek to further their illicit activities through the use of digital currencies should have no illusions that they're beyond the reach of the law. He further said, as the investigative work of the Secret Service and our law enforcement partners continues to demonstrate, we are relentless in enforcing the law, and we will not be stopped by the perceived anonymity of the internet or digital currencies. The problem with this approach is that there are already emerging fault lines within various levels of government. Winklevoss twins have persuaded the New York's Department of Financial Services to enlist Zcash on the Gemini exchange. Do you see the double standards? This can create a sort of ambiguity in the crypto regulation all across the United States. The enraging debate over privacy versus transparency is at the heart of these measures. The big picture still looks fuzzy. The further advances in the scenario may clear it up a bit in the near future. Let me tell you something, okay? The time when Amazon came out and people started to see that you can buy books online, do you think that they were flawless in their services? I'm pretty sure Amazon had a couple hiccups. I'm pretty sure there were people that said this will never kick off at all. Do you know where Amazon is at? So the enraging debate over privacy versus transparency is at the heart of these measures. What I'm saying is this very heated topic, this very important aspect of society, community, and personal life is at matter right now. And it truly matters, and Bytecoin is the beginning of it. Bytecoin created the world's first anonymous and untraceable cryptocurrency. It's less than a penny. This was it for this article, my dear friends. I will definitely post the link to it. Now, having said this, please enjoy 120 seconds. of amazingness.
If if that happened, if your $1 million Bitcoin happened by 2020, that would really help your pro crypto campaign for the presidency of 2020 for the United States, right? You still doing that?
And keep in mind, there are 3,000
You got my vote.
currencies out there. Bitcoin is not the only one, although it's 40-some% of the market cap. That will change as more and more. For example, I think here's one of the problems with Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the non-privacy coins. If I send money to somebody or receive money, they have my wallet ID, do they not? Anybody can go in and see how much money I've got in that wallet and how much I'm sending and when. That is, to me, unacceptable. I'm sorry. I don't want someone to look at my bank. If I write somebody a check and they go, oh, let me see how much money you have. They cannot. But with Bitcoin, yes. With Ethereum, yes. With Monero, absolutely not. Okay, absolutely not. There's nothing in Monero that gives anything away about me.
Did he say Monero?
Who I am, what's in my account, or even what that transfer was. I mean, it's all coded and broken up into pieces and segments. Yes. So privacy coins, I think, are going to be the future. They have to be the future, unless you do not care when someone knows exactly how much money is in your wallet at any point in time, and they can keep checking it every day. That's unacceptable. It really is. And that was not thought through properly when Bitcoin and Ethereum and the other similars were first created. With Monero and other privacy coins, that goes away. You can, again, if you want to think long-term, please God, eventually everybody's going to figure out, you know what, with Ethereum, everybody knows how much money I've got. That's not acceptable. And the privacy coins will have their day.
I think more.
Okay, this is all I wanted to share. I do not need to say anything more other than I truly encourage every single one of you guys to visit that video, and I will post a link of it in the description below. Please make sure you subscribe to Learn Crypto Wyckoff SMI. Please, amazing information, extraordinary information, especially in this video with this amazing gentleman who definitely has my vote in the 2020 US election. But yes, that is that as far as this form of information I wanted to share. And last but not least, there is another source of information. It is called Half Past Human. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. It's a gentleman whose name is Cliff High. He has worked for the United States government. He has worked for Google. He is an IT guru. He knows and understands his stuff, which is an understatement, and he creates asymmetric linguistic trends analysis intelligence reports, which talk about cryptocurrencies, and they definitely relate to our favorite. So make sure you look into what he says. I've definitely benefited out of the information. The information is priceless, quite valuable. Please take a look. Do your due diligence, okay? And last but not least, again, I do want to remind you guys, this tweet should definitely be hitting Bittrex's notification bell every 5 seconds. Let's make it happen. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you so much for the support. You guys are the best. I want you to know, I want you to see what is happening. Bittrex, which is an actual exchange, had 200 retweets in 4 years. We were able to get from yesterday a fifth of that. 20% we have already reached in a day. Do not overlook the power of numbers. Can we do 1,000 retweets? 1,000%. So please, my dear friends, let's support the world's first anonymous and untraceable cryptocurrencies and recognize what it will do for the future, for our privacy, for the sake of the thing that every single individual is entitled to. Thank you so much. You guys are the best. Like and subscribe if you like the videos. I strive to give you the best. I strive to give you the most relevant information because you guys are worth it. Much love. Catch you in the next one.